This is my original drawing of Articuno from Pokemon, and today I'm going to teach you every step on how you can draw this even better. So grab your pen and paper and let's get started. Now the original drawing would do the character from the front with symmetrical wings, but we're going to turn this character over towards the left, so let's start with the overlapping parts first, which is going to be that front wing. So we start at the very top of our page, let's curve this across, and then down towards the front. Now I want to separate the feathers, so I'm just going to bend this across, and then pull that all the way up towards the top. Now let's add that first segment. Coming down. Separate that off. And then bend that up. Now it's going to work our way down towards the bottom of the wing. So we're just folding the wing. Moving these feathers a little bit smaller as they come out towards the side. Let's layer one more in behind. Going out. And bend the wing going up. Now I'm just going to pull this up towards the top of the wing and then round out that corner. Now with this wing in place, we're going to move over towards the left side and start with the beak. Let's start right here. Bend this out, curve this down towards the tip of the beak, bend this up, and add a point coming down and then all the way up towards the top. Let's open up the mouth. Coming down towards the bottom, round this out and then up. This across and then up towards the side. Let's draw the back side of the mouth with a curve. Add the tongue across the bottom. I'm going to fill the top area of the mouth in black. Now there's 3 spikes across the top of the head. Let's start with the one across the front. Starting from this point in the beak, going across, tuck that in behind the wing, go back to the front, go up. Now I'm just going to taper this so it gets thinner on the side. Let's add that center spike. So we're going to step over, going up, and this across towards the back, and tuck that in. Let's add one more. Stepping over, going out, I'm just going to tuck this in behind. Now I want to tuck the eye in underneath this curve. So we're going to start coming down and then up. Over on the left side, let's draw a half oval for the iris, and then a point in the center for the pupil. Now the back of the head, we're just going to bend this out and then down in behind the wing. Let's draw the front of the neck, starting from the beak, bend this out and then down. Now I'm going to add that fur across the front of the chest. Let's start underneath the neck, start with the curve coming down and out. Let's add a point, another one coming in and up. Now I'm going to pull this down towards that front leg. Let's draw the top of the thigh. We'll step all the way back, curve this across on top of the body and then down. And I want to add those points across the base of the legs. I'm going to add that first one coming out. It's going to work our way down towards the bottom with 3 points. Let's draw the back of the leg. Coming across and then bending that up. Now this wing gets folded over on top of the back side of the wing. So we're going to start down here, coming down, flatten this off and go up. Let's add another point coming down and then up. Let's go back and just tuck the body in underneath the wing. Let's add in that front claw. We'll start up here, coming down with an angled line, bend this up towards the top. Now step down, just trace those 2 curves, round out that joint, and then up in behind the leg. Now we're drawing that bottom claw. We're going to come all the way around towards the bottom, and bend that in, go up towards the top. Now let's go to the top of the leg, draw that first claw going up, around, and then in. Now there are 2 more claws in behind. Going around, just tuck that in, draw that one more time. Now it's going to close off the outside of the foot. Let's add a claw on the tip of each toe. And then from the bottom, I'm just going to curve this one up. Now we're going to go back and add that tail coming across in between the legs. Let's start down here, curve this down, bend this up, continue above the leg, going across, and we'll just curl that back in. Now from the top of this curve, we'll draw the outside of the tail going out further, and just taper that back in towards a point. Now underneath, across, and down. Just going to pinch this in and pull that in towards the body. Now we're going to draw the back side of the tail, coming down and then out. Let's add a little bit of texture inside the tail. I'm going to add a curve just in between, going out towards that point. Let's add 2 curves inside, going in behind the feet, and blend down towards the bottom. Add 1 more across the top. Now let's draw on the back leg. We're going to start up here, start with the thighs, going across and in behind. Now step down, draw the bottom coming in. Now we're going to bend the leg going up. So we're going to go up toward the top, round out the claw, and then tuck that in. Now just like we did across the bottom, we're just going to tuck 2 more toes in behind. I'm just going to close off the bottom with a curve. Let's add those claws on the tip of each toe. Now before we draw on the back wing, I want to separate that patch inside the body. So from here on the base of the neck, I'm going to go up. Just going to add a couple points going up, go all the way around the outside, and then down. Add a point, and just curve that in behind the leg. Now let's layer that back wing in behind. We're going to start from the top of the head. I'm going to go out and up, round this out, go out, and then up towards the top. Now I'm going to add that thick ridge along the inside. Just want that curve coming in and then down in behind the head. Now the feathers along the outside of the wing are going to follow this curve coming back in towards the body. So let's start from the top. I'm just going to separate each feather. Start with that 1 curve, bend this in, and go back out. Let's add another one, coming down and in. Add that separation. I'm going to start to bring the feathers coming in towards the head. And as we get down towards the bottom, these feathers are going to get a little bit smaller. Now I'm going to change direction. I'm going to come down and then up. A little bit smaller with these feathers. And then we'll sign an art and add a splash of color, and that's pretty much it. There's a drawing of Articuno from Pokemon. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, please be sure to subscribe for more videos each day where I'll show you how to draw different characters just like this. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.